Good morning. It's about 7 a.m. on Tuesday the 28th of July, and I'm pulling out of Seven Mountains Campground, and we're headed to our first location, which is Precision Fitness in Somerset, Pennsylvania. We'll see you when we get there. Okay, so here we are at Precision Fitness, finally, after my GPS detoured me in a bizarre way, and we're gonna head on down to the main entrance. This is a cute plaza. It is off the beaten path, so it'll be interesting to find out what they're doing for their advertising. Ah, there we are, Precision Fitness. Let's go in. So one of the interesting things about this fitness club is how they've set it up physically. You've got the, you come into the door and here's the cardio area, and in the back is their group exercise. They're huge BTS people and have had a very interesting relaunch or launch of a new program. And you come into the front desk, and then you take a sharp left, and you come down here. They've got chiropractic here, and you come down to the free weight area. So what they've done in essence is, and there's two different sound systems in the facility, they have completely separated the cardio area and the group X area from the free weight area, and this makes the customers much more comfortable. So one of the things that Precision Fitness does is they have this really cool, of course, PT Cruiser that's wrapped in their logo, and this is George Grove, and he's the general manager, and they've done something very interesting with their car this past week that was super successful. George, why don't you go ahead and tell them about it?
Yes, we're invited to our local festival. It has a parade which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours long, and we wanted to be a part of it, so we figured, being in a parade with the car, I had my staff, what could we do besides throw candy at the kids? So what we did is to try to take a healthier approach and passed out bottles of water, and I actually went through 8 cases of bottled water, and we only got 3/4 through, and we ran out. So the next year we know we're going to need more bottles of water. We might have to put a little thing on the back of the car to drag.
And one of the things I just told George was that next year, what they can do is when they, or at any future events, is they can take their bottled water and not only have a guest pass on it, but more importantly, have it drive them to a squeeze page where they opt in, and now we get the best of all worlds. So George, thanks for having me here today. It's been a pleasure, and congratulations on your fabulous club.
Thank you.
Hi there, it's Casey, and I want to take a moment to reflect back on my visit to Precision Fitness today, and kind of encapsulate some of the things that I walked away with from that visit. First of all, to give you a little bit of background, that club has been open for 4 years. It's owned by a chiropractor and his wife, and it's in a relatively small town. They have about 35,000 households in a 35,000 population in a 15-mile radius. So, you know, it's not a big area by any stretch of the imagination, but it's certainly not tiny either. That facility, I didn't know the exact square footage, but I'd say it's probably between, 10 and 12,000 total square feet, although 2,000 square feet of it has yet to be developed. And I give you that background because I think one of the things that they did that was very interesting, and I mentioned it, I pointed it out in the video tour, was that they completely separated the two spaces, the free weight room from the cardio and the circuit area with the group fitness. And what that allows them to do, in my opinion, is cater to two completely different marketplaces in a small town. So they don't have to worry about these two interacting with one another. As George mentioned, a woman, say, it's a generalization, but say a deconditioned woman comes in, and when she goes, to the right after she's checked into the front desk, she will never come across someone who's in the free weight area. So that was very interesting. Another thing that you have to point out with that club is the cleanliness. I mean, literally, it looked like it had just been opened. I mean, it was immaculate, and there was someone the entire time that I was there cleaning. So that goes a long, long way, and in a small town where they've got a couple of competitors, that is definitely a distinct advantage, and they say that people mention this all the time. Of course, staff friendliness and all those things, but something as quantitative as cleanliness, I think, is a big advantage. The other piece is that they do have the chiropractic office of the owner inside the facility, and I think that two things. Number one, it does give them a level of credibility. Their general manager, George, is an exercise physiologist with a clinical background. That gives them some interesting kind of angle as far as quality of the programming that's going on there. And I think that they have a lot of opportunity for what I call the niche programming that I've been talking about in my various marketing things of late, and that is being able to, in a small town, have a variety, a menu, if you will, of programs that they can go out to corporations as well as to the general consumer. Low back, diabetes, weight management, things of that nature. And they did do a Biggest Loser program there, but it was a one-off thing. Having a continuous program, I think, would be another real key feeder for a club of that size. So those are kind of the things that I took away from my visit with Precision Fitness, and we're off to the next location, Galaxy Fitness.